Have you ever listened to someone speak English and thought, I understand every word, but I still can't speak like that? If yes, you're not alone. And today, I want to talk about this feeling honestly, because it stops so many people from growing. Before we start, if you enjoy this kind of content, feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps the community grow. And I also made a free PDF for you with the vocabulary list from this episode and some practice tips, so you can download it after the podcast. All right, let's get into it. Many English learners live with a strange problem. They watch movies, series, and YouTube videos. They understand their teachers. They understand podcasts like this one. Sometimes they even understand jokes and fast conversations. But when it is time to speak, something freezes inside. The words stay stuck, the sentences come slowly, and the brain feels tired. This problem is so common that it almost feels like a secret rule of language learning. Understanding comes first, speaking comes later, and speaking takes courage. Today, I want to explore why this happens and how you can break the wall between understanding and speaking. The first reason is simple. Listening is passive. Speaking is active. When you listen, you only need to recognize words. Your brain does the work silently. Nobody hears your mistakes. Nobody waits for your answer. You can sit back, relax, and let the meaning arrive in your mind. But speaking is very different. Speaking asks you to choose words, to organize ideas, to control grammar, to manage stress, to think fast, and to do all of this in real time. It's like the difference between watching someone cook and being asked to cook the same meal alone in a busy kitchen. Understanding is a comfortable seat. Speaking is a performance, and for many learners, it feels scary. But this fear doesn't mean you are bad at English. It means your brain is still building the connection between knowledge and action. The second reason is something we don't talk about enough. Perfection stops you. So many learners wait to speak until they feel ready. They think, I'll speak when my grammar is good, or I'll speak when I learn more vocabulary, or I'll speak when I feel more confident. But if you always wait for the perfect moment, the moment never comes. Speaking grows only through mistakes. It grows through messy sentences, pauses, and uncomfortable moments. If you expect perfection, your brain will block your mouth every time you try to speak. It will say, "Don't say that, it's not correct." And suddenly, even simple sentences feel impossible. The truth is, you don't need to speak perfectly. You need to speak honestly, naturally, and often. Confidence is not something you get before speaking. Confidence is something you build while speaking. The third reason is the biggest one. You don't have speaking habits. You might have strong listening habits. You watch shows, you use apps, you listen to podcasts. But speaking is a skill that grows only when you practice it regularly. Think about it like exercise. You can watch hundreds of workout videos, but your muscles will not change unless you move your body. In the same way, your speaking muscles need training. Even 5 minutes a day makes a big difference. But because many learners don't have a natural speaking environment, they forget to practice. They wait for classes or they wait for opportunities, and waiting becomes a habit. The secret is to create your own speaking routine, even when you are alone. Talk to yourself, describe your day, record your voice, repeat lines from movies. It may feel strange, but this simple daily practice will slowly unlock the speaking ability that is already inside you. I want to share a short story from my own life. When I was in school, I studied English for years. I understood everything. I got good grades. My teacher said I was doing well. But the first time I met a native speaker, I froze. My mouth didn't work. My sentences were short and broken. I felt stupid, even though I knew I understood him clearly. After that day, I decided to change something. Every night, I closed the door of my room and spoke English to myself for 5 minutes. At first, it was awkward. I didn't know what to say. I made many mistakes. Sometimes I laughed at my own sentences. But after a few weeks, I felt something new. My words started to come faster. Speaking became easier. And slowly, I found my voice. I learned something powerful. Speaking is not about talent, it's about training. If you practice, you grow. If you wait, you stay the same. So here is my personal perspective. If you understand English but cannot speak it, nothing is wrong with you. You're not slow, you're not weak, you're not behind other learners. You are simply in the silent phase, a normal part of learning. But you don't have to stay there. You have more English inside you than you think. You have words, ideas, thoughts, and stories waiting to come out. And when you finally give yourself permission to speak, everything begins to change. I know this because I lived it, and because thousands of learners experience the same transformation when they start practicing in small daily steps. Let me end with this. You can understand English, yes, but you can also speak it. Your voice is not broken. Your words are not lost. They are just waiting for you to use them. So don't be afraid of mistakes. Don't wait for perfection. Don't stay silent. Speak a little every day. Even if you speak slowly, even if you speak simply, even if you feel shy, your confidence will grow. Your fluency will grow. And one day you will look back and say, I can finally speak. And that day will come sooner than you think.